President Trump easily winning the Republican primary in New Hampshire last night. No surprise. A state he narrowly lost to Hillary Clinton in the 2016 election, you may remember.
In fact, the last Republican to win New Hampshire in a presidential election was George W. Bush in 2000. So what is the president's strategy going forward to win the granite state that we are sitting in?
Well, let's ask National Press Secretary for Trump 2020 campaign, Kayleigh McEnany. Hey, Kayleigh.
Hey, good to join you.
Good morning. So what's your reaction to these results? Because he got the most votes for an incumbent president for either party in the last 4 decades.
Absolutely, and the highest vote share in the last 4 decades. But I just did some calculating upstairs. I think it's a fair comparison to compare Bernie Sanders last night and President Trump in 2016 in the primaries. President Trump in a blue state got 30,000 more votes in the New Hampshire primary than Bernie got last night in a blue state. That is astronomical. I think it's a fair comparison. And President Trump, he's the victor of last night's primary.
What do you make of the fact that Bernie came in first, and followed by Pete Buttigieg, who has surged, and then Amy Klobuchar, after having a really good debate on Friday night here in New Hampshire, suddenly she's like, well, these other people we don't know about, maybe she's a safe bet.
What that tells me is there's a flavor of the hour in the Democrat Party. Look, we've heard Amy Klobuchar surging. We heard Pocahontas was on top.
Mayor Pete.
Then Mayor Pete, Bernie on top. There's such discontent with the Democrat field. Compare that to 2016 with President Trump. He was always on top of the national polls. He was always the foregone victor. And he's the leader of our party with 95% approval.
And the thing is, if you look at Joe Biden, he really is responsible for his own demise. He's been hideous on the stump. He's been unable to. He went 70 days without taking any questions. Yep. And Donald Trump had the opposite. He took all questions, all comers, all shows. But in the big picture, this really works out good for Mike Bloomberg. He's waiting on Super Tuesday. He wanted no dominant player would come first week in March. He's getting no dominant player, as Steve mentioned. Sanders' win was not a big high five.
Yeah, but look, Mike Bloomberg, lackluster performance last night. I get that he's waiting for Super Tuesday. He has a lot of billions, but he doesn't have a lot of voters. Mike Bloomberg can try to buy an election. There's no appetite for that. There's no appetite for a lackluster candidate. He's a pipe dream. He will be in the dustbin of history.
But ultimately, the Democrats are railing against billionaires. So how would they rally then around him other than the mantra, which is who can beat Trump?
Sure, this is a party where 65% of Democrat voters believe in socialism. They're not voting for a billionaire. They're voting for Bernie Sanders, a guy who literally said the Soviet Union does things better than the United States. That is the Democrat Party of today, but that is not the America of today.
What about Buttigieg? Because we've seen him do well in these last 2 states, but how does he fare in Nevada and in South Carolina?
Look, he's on Bernie's heels. There's no doubt about it. But look, we try to distinguish between these candidates ideologically, but it's really important to note Buttigieg is not a moderate. Buttigieg is just like Bernie Sanders. He wants Medicare buy-in, which would crowd out employer-provided insurance. He wants the Green New Deal. He wants to repeal tax cuts. He is a socialist disguising himself as a moderate, but he's on Bernie's heels, yes.
I think we also saw his hand and everybody else's hand go up when the question was health care for people in the country illegally.
That was a very revealing moment. You're exactly right. Every single hand went up.
Kayleigh, the last thing real quick is almost every person, I didn't speak to you about it, that I talked to who's related to Trump or in the Republican Party wants Bernie Sanders.
Well, look, we'll take any of them. We love Bernie. We love Buttigieg. We love Biden, the pony soldier, as he, is describing himself. Or dog-faced pony, lying dog-faced pony soldier.
That's
described a voter as.
Yeah, my fault.
Yes.
Let's see if he rolls that out in South Carolina. I'm thinking that.
It's hard to get on a bumper stick.
Thank you
very
so
much.
Thanks
for joining us up here, by the way.
Anytime.
All right.
She just had a baby 12 weeks ago.
Yes.
All right,
Congratulations.
Bernie, yeah, the baby's on the road
Thank
with
you.
her mom. Your mom's a saint.
Yes,
That's so
she is.
sweet.